Hey guys, a little CW hint for you folks that are learning CW and or interested in CW and or practicing your CW and afraid to get on the air, which is understandable. And I gotta scold you guys again, man, from chit chat in the comments. That sounds like you guys are chattering amongst yourselves, which I hope you'll do, and sometimes you do. Anyway, where was I going with that? Uh, anyway, boy, I just had a brain fart. If you guys are relatively new to CW and you're wondering if a band like 10 meters is open, you can look them up online, but find the frequency of some beacons. I just ran across it. I heard a CW signal on 10 meters and I couldn't believe it, but he quickly faded away. So I ran up here. The beacon neighborhood is just below 28,300. Okay? Check it out. QSB, of course, it's 10 meters. And that's what a beacon will do. They'll send text and a long break, a da, you know, and forget the scribble, but this is what he's sending. He's alternating back and forth. Long da from K5AB, Central Texas. Long da from K5AB, EM01 Beacon. The EM01 is his grid square, right? His Maidenhead grid square. But he alternates between those two sentences back and forth. Da from KB, ba ba ba. And that's what a beacon does, man. You can gauge any time of the day or night, and they run 24/7. Any time of the day or night, you can gauge whether a band such as 10 or 6 meters is open. I don't know if there are 2 meter beacons, but for darn sure, there's lots of them on 10 meters and 6 meters, and they're all over the world. It's a worldwide service that these beacon operators provide for the hams of the world. I'd actually like to put up a beacon. I'd like to put a 10-meter ground plane on the roof of my barn, my little cute barn out there, and throw a 10-meter battery backed up 1 watt transmitter. You know, I've thought of doing it, but if you want to, it needs to be a coordinated beacon. You have to get with the certain governing group and apply for or be assigned a frequency, I believe. Anyway, beacons for noobs. Be well, guys. Check it out, man. I remembered what I was going to say when I had that brain fart. Check it out, man. Atomic hysteria from my youth. That kind of stuff was all over the cover of magazines and stuff, in the drugstore shelves around, in the drugstore around the corner, man. You know, humanity was living in fear of being vaporized. The last thing you'd hear would be the screaming sirens and a screaming whistle falling from the sky. My friends and I used to talk about that sometimes. We lived with it every day. We talked about it rarely, but it was always on the back of our minds. People can't understand what it's like to grow up expecting to be vaporized by the vicious, uncaring, heartless enemy conjured up in your imagination by the media. The little 12-year-old boy doesn't understand that yet. And he's expecting to die without warning. And reaching over the camera and turning over around the Powerade, and no 73 from Powerade today. Well, boys, enough bab. Oh my God, I had to share that with you, man. Look at this key. Was lucky enough to get it on eBay. I don't know what I spent, $35 maybe. They're actually kind of hard to get. People want to drive the prices up out of sight for anyway, man, got a bone to pick with you guys. A couple of you guys that have left comments. You talk about when you become a CW op using future tense. Let me give you an example. When I become a CW op, blah, 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 right now I'm only, when I become a CW op, blah, 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 right now I'm stuck at the 10 word per minute plateau and blah, blah, blah. Hey, man. I hate to break it to you. You are a CW op. And a mighty fine one. And I'm proud of you, man. Time to start becoming... Now, I detest arrogance. But a little bit. If you're a CW op, a little bit. Just a little, though. Take care. Hey, man. Blozo again. Sorry about the disjointed video. But to make up for it, and I hope you enjoy my new selfie I posted. To make up for it, man, I'll close with my imitation of myself. My imitation of Neanderthal Chuck, okay? What I forgot to mention about the beacons is that much of the time they're running QRP, and they're always running very modest antennas, like a low ground plane or low dipole. A beacon is a real world indicator of propagation between you and another place on Earth. Okay. I think that's all I wanted to say. So here, I'll close this out with me imitating Neanderthal Chuck. 73. I hope I don't scare you, man.